Have you ever dreamed of a house that could grant your every wish? Well, for one young couple, this dream turned into their worst nightmare. This is the story of Matt and Nadia, and the house that gave them everything, only to take it all away. Tired of the city's relentless hustle, Matt and Nadia sought refuge in the quiet of the countryside. They found a beautiful house, isolated and serene, for a price so low it felt too good to be true. Matt was sold instantly, but as they stepped inside, their dream home revealed its true colors. It was a wreck, dusty, broken, and filled with the ghosts of a forgotten past. They rolled up their sleeves and began the massive task of cleaning, tossing out years of accumulated junk. While clearing the kitchen, Nadia discovered a dead bird on the floor. Her heart sank, and she decided to give it a proper burial outside. Just as she was about to step out, Matt called to her from an upstairs window. It was only for a second, but when Nadia looked back down, the bird was gone. A shiver ran down her spine. Where could it have gone? An unsettling feeling began to creep in. Meanwhile, upstairs, Matt was peeling back old wallpaper when he uncovered something strange, a hidden mark on the wall. His curiosity piqued. He tore away more of the paper, revealing a large, sealed door. A heavy lock kept it shut tight. Determined to see what was inside, he began a frantic search for the key. He finally found it, glinting amongst the pile of junk they had thrown outside earlier. He rushed back, slid the key into the lock, and with a heavy creak, the door swung open. It revealed a room so dark, it seemed to swallow the light. At that exact moment, Nadia joined him. As the door opened, all the lights in the house began to flicker violently. A sense of dread washed over them both. Matt, trying to be practical, suggested calling an electrician. He left to make the call, but Nadia found herself frozen, inexplicably drawn to the yawning darkness of the room. Fear eventually won out, and she hurried to find Matt. The next morning, the electrician arrived. He went down to the basement to check the wiring and was completely stunned. The entire space was a chaotic maze of old, tangled wires, covering every surface. He'd never seen anything like it. He managed to fix the lights, but as he was leaving, he turned to Matt with a grim warning. "I don't know why you bought this place. The last owner was murdered here. No one's dared to live in it since." Deeply unsettled, Matt dove into online research. He unearthed an old newspaper article about the Thompson family, the previous owners. The story was horrific. The couple had been killed by their own son, John. During the police investigation, John's only defense was, "The house made me do it." Matt scoffed, dismissing it as a ridiculous excuse. That night, exhausted and on edge, Matt found himself drawn back to the dark room, a bottle of liquor in hand. He sat in the darkness, drinking until the bottle was nearly empty. He idly wished he had another. Suddenly, the lights flickered, plunging him into total blackness for a few seconds. When they came back on, a brand new, full bottle of liquor was sitting right in front of him. He touched it. It was real. In that chilling moment, he understood. This room, it could grant wishes. The next morning, Nadia woke up to find Matt gone. She searched the house, her anxiety growing, until she finally checked the mysterious room. What she saw made her gasp. The room was no longer empty. It was filled with priceless paintings, sparkling jewelry, and luxurious items. In the middle of it all was Matt, his face ecstatic. "This room," he exclaimed. "It can give us anything we want." Whatever you desire with all your heart, it just appears. Nadia laughed, convinced he was playing a prank. No, seriously, he insisted. Try it. Smiling, Nadia played along. All right then, she said. I need a job right now. I'll wish for that. Matt shook his head. It doesn't work like that. It can't give you a job. You have to wish for things. Nadia considered this for a moment. Closing her eyes, half joking, she made her wish. Okay, I wish for $1,000 in cash. She makes a wish, and just like that, $1,000 materializes right in front of them. Still skeptical, Nadia decides to up the ante. She wishes for $1 million, and in an instant, stacks of cash appear before her very eyes. It's settled, this room is no ordinary space. It's a magical chamber that can grant any desire. From that moment on, Matt and Nadia indulge in every luxury they can imagine. They ask for expensive wines, designer clothes, sparkling diamonds, pure gold, gourmet meals, and an endless supply of cash. In just a few days, they transform from an ordinary couple into overnight millionaires, living a life of pure joy and extravagance. One night, lying in bed amidst their newfound wealth, Nadia asks Matt how this room could possibly grant all their wishes. Matt, completely absorbed in their good fortune, simply replies, "We shouldn't question it. We should just enjoy it." And enjoy it they did. For the next several days, they live like billionaires, dancing, throwing lavish parties, and celebrating every moment. Each time they voice a desire, the lights in the house flicker, and the room instantly delivers. But their golden, glamorous days were numbered. Their carefree life was about to take a dark turn. The room could give them anything they wanted, except for the one thing they secretly desired most. It was something the room could create, but they were terrified to ask for it. A child. One afternoon, Matt gifts Nadia a baby cradle, a gentle hint that maybe they should try for a baby again. He carefully tries to convince her that they should give it another chance. But Nadia immediately shuts him down. The trauma of 2 previous miscarriages still haunts her, and she can't bear the thought of going through that pain again. However, after a long, emotional struggle with herself, Nadia makes a decision. She walks into the mysterious room alone, and with a trembling voice, wishes for a baby. In a shocking, miraculous instant, a baby appears in her arms. When Matt walks in and sees Nadia holding the child, he's not overjoyed, he's furious. He yells at her, livid that she made such a monumental decision without him. A heated argument erupts between them. Through tears, Nadia explains that she did it because she could unface the possibility of another miscarriage or the physical pain of childbirth. "We'll be so happy with this baby," she pleads, her voice breaking. But Matt is resolute. He refuses to accept a child created by the room and orders her to go back and wish the baby away. Heartbroken, Nadia returns to the room, but as she stands there, looking at the innocent life in her arms, she can't bring herself to do it. She hands the baby to Matt, telling him he has to be the one to make the wish. Matt takes the baby, and as he looks into its tiny, trusting eyes, his anger melts away, replaced by a wave of emotion. He, too, finds that he can't go through with it. He gently returns the child to Nadia's arms. At that moment, they decide to raise the baby, whom they name Shane, as their own. Initially, Nadia is consumed with joy, and a fierce love for her son. She spends every moment doting on him. But Matt never feels the same deep connection. He sees the child as a product of the room, not as his own son. His curiosity about the room's origins and its strange powers only intensifies. He starts researching the house again and makes a startling discovery. The boy who supposedly killed his parents in this very house decades ago is still alive, living in a psychiatric hospital. Determined to find answers, Matt grabs a few thick wads of cash from the piles of money the room had provided and drives to the hospital to meet him. When he arrives, a nurse greets him. "Are you a reporter?" she asks. In the 45 years he's been here, no family has ever come to see him. Matt lies, confirming he's a reporter. A few minutes later, an old man named John the boy from the newspaper article is wheeled into the room. He's frail, with gray hair and a strangely calm demeanor. Sitting across from Matt, John smiles faintly and says, "I've been waiting for you." An uneasy feeling creeps over Matt. He gets straight to the point. "What do you know about that room? Why did you kill your parents?" John's expression doesn't change. "I didn't kill my parents," he replies calmly. "The room made me do it." He then gives Matt an eerie smile. "I know you're having fun right now, eating well, drinking fine wine, wearing expensive clothes. But soon, you'll have to pay the price. Leave that house as soon as you can." Matt dismisses John's words as the ramblings of a madman and leaves the hospital. On his way home, he stops at a gas station to refuel his car. After the tank is full, he reaches into his pocket to pay. But as he pulls his hand out, it's not money that he's holding it's a handful of black ash that slips through his fingers. Terrified, he frantically pulls cash from his other pocket and quickly pays the attendant before speeding away. He drives straight home, his mind racing, shaken and confused. He remembers stuffing his pockets with cash before he left. Where did it all go? As soon as he gets home, he runs to the piles of money they had wished for. He grabs a stack, goes to the window, and throws it outside. And right before his eyes, the bills disintegrate into thin air, vanishing completely. They try to escape, but something is holding them back. Matt and Nadia step outside, taking a breath of fresh air, finally free from the strange house. Matt grabs the painting they had wished for, a beautiful landscape they'd always wanted. He places it half in, half out of the doorway, a small test. A few moments later, a horrifying transformation begins. The portion of the painting outside sizzles, blackens, and crumbles into a pile of gray ash. The part inside remains perfectly intact. The truth hits Matt like a physical blow. Anything the room gives them cannot leave the house. It's a gilded cage. Driven by a mix of fear and desperation, Matt grabs a crowbar and starts tearing into the walls of the wish-granting room. He needs to know what's behind this magic, what powers this prison. But there are no arcane symbols, no ancient machinery. Just a chaotic, endless tangle of wires, like the nervous system of some bizarre machine. The noise of his destruction echoes through the house, attracting a terrified Nadia, clutching their baby. Her maternal instincts screaming, Nadia makes a run for the door. "We have to get him out of here," she cries. Matt throws himself in her path, blocking the exit. "No, it's not safe," he pleads, but he can't bring himself to explain the horrifying truth about the painting. He knows what will happen, a dreadful certainty chilling him to the bone. Anything from the room will be destroyed if it leaves the house. But Nadia, convinced the real danger is inside, pushes past him. The second their feet touch the grass outside, the baby's coos turn into piercing, unnatural screams. His skin begins to shift and change color in a horrifying, rapid blur. Nadia lets out a scream of pure terror. Hearing her, Matt scoops them both up in a frantic motion and pulls them back inside. The screaming stops, but when they look down, the infant in their arms is gone. In his place is a boy, about 8 years old, looking at them with confused eyes. The devastating reality crashes down on them. Matt finally explains everything. The room grants wishes, but its creations are bound to the house. If they leave, they don't just turn to ash. They age rapidly, withering away in seconds. Nadia is completely heartbroken. Her baby, her precious wish, is trapped. They make a solemn vow. The child must never, ever leave the house. To step outside would mean instant death. The years, or what feel like years, pass within the confines of the house. Nadia, accepting this strange new reality, names the boy Shane. She becomes his teacher, his friend, his everything, pouring all her love into him. But Shane is ... different. He's not like other children. He possesses a strange detachment, an unnerving maturity. He doesn't listen to authority and is unfazed by scolding. He has bizarre habits, like crunching on ice cubes during dinner as if they were candy. Despite it all, Nadia's love for him is fierce and unconditional. To protect him, she tells him a story. The world outside is filled with dangerous people who want to hurt him. It's a lie meant to save his life. Shane grows up with his nose pressed against the glass, his world confined to window panes and the crack of light under the door. He watches other children play, he sees the seasons change, but he can never be a part of it. Every time Nadia leaves, the heavy click of the lock is a constant reminder of his prison. One afternoon, Shane is sitting on the floor, lost in the miniature world of a snow globe. Matt walks in. He never formed a bond with Shane, always seeing him as a creation of the room, a living reminder of their curse. "What are you doing? Get out of the way," he barks. Startled, Shane's hands fumble, and the globe slips, shattering on the floor. The tiny, perfect world is broken. Shane looks at Matt, not with anger, but with a deep, silent hurt that cuts Matt more than any tantrum would. That night, drawn by a sliver of light, Shane creeps to his parents' bedroom door. He presses his ear against the wood and listens. He hears them talking in hushed, urgent tones. He hears the word room. He hears them talking about him. A cold suspicion takes root in his mind. There's a secret, a reason they keep him locked away, a reason they forbid him from that one specific room. He's not just being protected, he's being hidden. Fueled by this new, unsettling knowledge, Shane grabs a flashlight. His own investigation begins. He searches the house, his small beam of light cutting through the shadows. His search leads him down to the basement, where he finds it. The monstrous, chaotic tangle of wires. He pushes through the thick, creepy cables, and on the other side, he finds the door. The door to the room. He opens it and steps inside. And in that moment, he finally understands everything. All night, the lights in the house flicker and surge. A silent testament to the power being unleashed. But Matt and Nadia sleep on, oblivious. The next morning, Matt wakes up to a strange sight. On his bedside table sits a brand new, perfect snow globe. A few feet away lie the swept-up, broken pieces of the old one. A knot of dread tightens in his stomach. He shakes Nadia awake. "Did you wish for this?" he asks, his voice trembling. "Did you go to the room?" Nadia, confused, says no. Just then, the lights flicker violently, and Matt knows it was Shane. They race to the forbidden room and throw open the door. They stop dead, stunned into silence. The room is gone. In its place is an impossible vista. Because Shane couldn't go to the outside world, he brought the outside world inside. An endless, open blue sky stretches above them. A vast forest, filled with towering trees and the scent of pine, spreads out before them. A world for him to run and play freely. Seeing the sheer joy on Shane's face as he explores his creation, Nadia's heart soars. She runs in after him, laughing, joining him in his newfound freedom. But Matt sees only danger. His mind races with terrifying possibilities. If Shane can wish for a forest, what else can he wish for? A weapon. Something to hurt them. Something to escape. He storms into the make-believe world, grabs a protesting Shane, and drags him back into the house. He locks the room and pockets the key. "You are never going in there again," he roars. Nadia confronts him, her eyes blazing. "What are you doing, Matt?" she pleads. "We've already stolen his life. We've locked him away from the real world." He finally creates a safe place for himself. A world where he can be happy. And you take that away too. It's not hurting anyone. But Matt is consumed by fear. A fear of what this boy, born of a wish and now in control of limitless power, might become. The battle for Shane's future, and their own, had just begun. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think Matt should do? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next video. Have you ever wished for something so badly you'd do anything to get it? What if that wish came true, but with a terrifying twist? Let's dive into the story of Matt and Nadia, a couple who got exactly what they wanted, and it turned into their worst nightmare. Matt and Nadia move into a secluded house, hoping for a fresh start. But they soon discover a hidden, steel-clad room. It's a wishing room. Anything they ask for, it provides. They start small, with cash and champagne. But Nadia has a deeper desire. She wants a child. Matt is hesitant. He feels the room is unnatural, but seeing Nadia's longing, he gives in. Nadia wishes for a baby boy, and just like that, a child, Shane, appears. Life becomes perfect, or so it seems. Matt, however, can't shake his fear. He tells Nadia that Shane feels off, immature in a strange way. "I'm afraid," he says, "that he might accidentally wish for something dangerous. Something that could put us both in danger." Just then, the phone rings. Shane, despite being told not to, picks it up. Matt snatches the phone away. On the other end is John, the previous owner's killer. He recognizes Shane's voice and instantly knows what Matt has done. Matt drops the pretense and desperately asks John how to get rid of the child. But he doesn't know that Nadia is listening to the entire conversation on another phone in the kitchen. John then reveals a horrifying truth. "I too was wished into existence by that room," he confesses. He tells Matt that he killed his own parents because he desperately wanted to see the outside world. But every time he tried to leave the house, his body would age rapidly. When he asked the room why, it gave him a chilling condition. If you want to leave this house, you must kill the one who wished for your existence. So, John killed the woman who wished for him. He warns Matt, my story and Shane's story are the same. If you want Shane to live, you must kill the person who wished for him. If you made the wish, you must sacrifice yourself. But if it was your wife, you'll have to kill her. Hearing this, Nadia's world shatters. Heartbroken, she drives away, contemplating ending her own life to give Shane a chance to live, but she can't go through with it. Back at the house, Matt is having dinner with Shane. The boy's constant questions, especially "where's my mom?" push Matt over the edge. He explodes, screaming the cruel truth. "You're not our real son. You don't even have parents." He kicks a terrified Shane out. The boy runs to his room, crying. Overcome with regret, Matt follows him, apologizes, and they fall asleep together. When Nadia returns, she finds them sleeping peacefully, a small moment of comfort in the chaos. Matt wakes up and apologizes for everything. As they reconcile, they don't realize Shane is watching them from the doorway. Seeing their intimacy awakens a new, twisted desire in him. Later that night, he sneaks in and steals the house key from Matt's pocket. The next morning, Matt and Nadia wake up to find the front door wide open. They panic, thinking the worst. But then they find Shane, no longer a child, but a fully grown, powerful man holding a gun. Nadia tries to reason with him, but Matt lunges forward. In the ensuing struggle, Nadia is accidentally knocked unconscious. When she wakes up, Matt tells her that Shane was accidentally shot and is dead. As Nadia breaks down in tears, Matt comforts her and leads her back inside. But here's the twist. The man comforting Nadia isn't Matt. It's Shane, who used the room to wish himself into Matt's form. The real Matt, injured but alive, wakes up in the other room. He sees the flickering lights of the wishing room and realizes something is terribly wrong. Nadia, though grieving, starts noticing small, unsettling things about Matt. His habit of chewing ice gives him away. With dawning horror, she realizes she's with Shane. The real Matt, meanwhile, discovers the truth. Shane has trapped him in the original house while creating a perfect replica of it through the room's power, taking Nadia with him. Matt smashes through the walls of the wishing room, finding himself in a vast, dark forest. He realizes Shane has expanded the room's dimension to create this duplicate world, all to have Nadia for himself. He races through the strange forest and bursts into the replica house, just as Shane is about to assault Nadia, the two identical. Matts confront each other, both shouting at Nadia to come with them. Confused and terrified, Nadia has a flash of brilliance. She yells, "Shane!" One of the Matts instinctively turns his head. In that split second, she knows. She shoves him, and he tumbles to the ground, reverting to his true form. Matt and Nadia try to escape, but they're trapped. Shane had wished them locked inside. Thinking fast, Matt makes a clever wish. Let our new selves stay inside this house, and let our real selves be free outside. Instantly, clones of Matt and Nadia appear. Shane, enraged, stabs the clone Matt, thinking he's won, only to realize his mistake as the real couple escapes back through the forest. Furious, Shane gives chase, catching them right at the front door of the real house. He attacks Matt, but Matt grabs him and drags him outside. The moment Shane crosses the threshold, the curse takes effect. His body ages at an impossible rate. He screams for Nadia, "Mom, please open the door." But Nadia, tears streaming down her face, watches as the boy she loved as a son withers into an old man, then melts away into a pile of ashes. She gathers the ashes, weeping for the child that never truly was. Months later, Matt and Nadia are living a quiet life in a new home. They've found peace. But the story has one final, beautiful surprise. Nadia takes a pregnancy test. It's positive. This time, it's real. They're going to have a child of their own, born not from a wish, but from their love. What a roller coaster of a story, right? It really makes you think about what you wish for. If you enjoyed this movie breakdown, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what you would have wished for. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.